Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to another live stream here on Electro Ninja's Lab. We're going to be playing some Final Fantasy 14 today, and yeah, we'll see exactly what we get done. I think for the most part, we're going to focus on just getting side quests done, as well as getting it's probably doing PvP. I think we're gonna mostly focus on PvP today. Um, da, 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 da. So let's go ahead and finish up Shaloni's quests because there's only one left. There's only one quest line left, and I think it is more. Yeah, so it's multiple quests, but it's one quest line, and then I think there's the combo quest here in Shaloni. And then after that, we will go on to Heritage Found, and then and then we'll see if we have any more time after that to try and get Solution 9 done, and finally the last town, or the last area, with Living Memory. Living Memory doesn't have that many side quests, so I don't think that's going to take too long. And because of the fact that all of them are small ones, I think that one will be really fast. Do you know this is the closest I've ever been to one of these pits? My Grammy always told me never go near the maw. She said that if I burned myself to a crisp, I'd only have myself to blame. But duty calls. I'll have a look around the pit, and how across. You take the one across the way. It's just under the rig. As for what we're looking for, well, I suppose we'll know when we find it. Hello, welcome to the chaos. You found a pale, glowing crystal at the bottom of the swirling pool. Huh. Nice. Yeah, work's a bitch. I would know. Crystal, you say, at the bottom of the pool. I found one too, stubbed my toe on the wretched thing, and guess my Grammy was right, jumping in the maw is dangerous. I thought it was just a rock, albeit a funny colored one. Don't think I've ever seen a stone as white as this before. Not around these parts anyway. And certainly not two of them. It's almost as if they've been put there deliberately. Here, you don't think these crystals might be what's keeping the blue blobs away, do you? Looks like these stones are the only clue we have to go on. Let's go and ask my grandma if she knows anything about them. I should say is her name. Lives in the village where I grew up. It's just on the other side of the beach. Come on. Alright. I think Shaloni has like the hardest freaking names of all of the towns in Final Fantasy. They're so hard to say. There we go. Is it actually my grandma? She's one of course she's not. Who takes her duties more seriously than most? She's always out and about. Oh, you got your. Oh my gosh! How did you do that? That is amazing. That is awesome. That is amazing. That is the one of the best freaking outfits ever. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Well, oh my god. That's great. I love that. I half expect you to show up on a certain someone's videos before long if you. I'm not too surprised. He is a fairly simple character, but yeah, that's cool though. It's still like it's still interesting to see that happen. So yeah. Babadoo. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not even certain if the fighters are actually like, if you could possibly do them. I don't know. Like, I imagine that you could at least get pretty close. I think like the hardest one might be Black Cat because she's very specific. So I don't know. We are so spread out. I have a bad feeling about this. Like, I think most of us are here in the north, and then there's a few down south. But, yeah. I mean, fair. Yeah. I mean, grid. It would for what your standard is. I think that it's you obviously had to use a Fantasia, and I'm less willing to use Fantasias. Even though I have all three. Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. God, got it. Dang it. Getting distracted. Like, Babadoo, babadoo. But yeah, I think that Yana and her sister would probably be the hardest characters to make yourself look like of all of them, because obviously they have the I think they have a special hair dye is one thing, but I think they also have special eyes. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a lot less willing to use Fantasias just in general. Like, I still have all of my free ones except that you get for that they've been giving us recently. I still have the quest one. I still have both Moogle ones. So, you know. We've got one actually pretty close here. Did it? Looks like Flames is probably going to win this one. I mean, there's always a chance that one of us other groups will, though, but... This Paladin just... But when did they get all the way up here? How'd they bypass us? Oh, there's someone attacking here. I'll let them... it looks like a majority is over here. We'll take care of this guy. There we go. Good, good. Alright, new spots in a sec here. I have a feeling this one's going to be active. Oh, the mid... Really? I was expecting this one. We haven't gotten this one. like we are going north. Cutting them off, that might actually be a good idea. I couldn't see a blue squad there. Yeah, like no matter what, it's so sometimes it could be really random, and just be like, oh, it looks like this person's gonna win, and then boom, it's gone. Yeah. I had no idea, honestly. I just always assumed that it was just like, yeah, it's there. I think in terms of whether or not I get decent battle high, I think I usually will get the most of it in the newest one, for one, but then I also get it quite decently from Shatter now. Occasionally I get it from the other claiming one. I'm forgetting what it's called. But the one where the music sounds like Dark Crow, if you've heard that song. Oh fuck, didn't mean to fall. Someone's up here, isn't it? Who's attacking me? Oh, who won? Flames won. Okay. Yeah, I think because I think the problem with the way it was is that KOs were kind of finicky, but yeah. So which hat is that actually? The Gagskin. Oh, okay, interesting. But and then the rest is the yeah, I'm like thinking about that. That's just like the best man outfit, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like thinking. Yeah. But yeah, it's perfect. It looks great. All right. All right. And now I am 99, so I can put on my better weapon. The one that looks like shit. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why this weapon just to me just does not. I don't know. Like I like the rose, but that's about it. I don't like these crystals. Alright. So with that, let's see here. Alliance is currently asking for a TPS or well, I'll see if that is The maneuverable weapons, though, for Red Mage were amazing. I think that those were all really good. Okay. Nice. There she is. Alright. Hmm? Who are you? What do you want? Oh, you found her. Excellent work, Alabali. Friend of Kayama's, aren't you? And I see she's got you running errands for her, as usual. Whatever you want, make it quick. I've got places to be. We wanted to ask you about these stones. We found them in the Maw of Shanxia, and thought you might know something about them. Here. Full of a gal! It's one of the warding stones that keep the beast from coming back. And you pick it out and brought it here? Are you reckless or just plain stupid? I didn't mean anything by it. I just wanted to know what it was. Then shut your mouth and open your ears while I tell you the tale of Blue Beast. Time was it stalked these lands, a demon of burning blue flame that would rise up from the maw of, on a moonless night to wreak havoc, to wreak a fiery death across all Shaloni. Only when its thirst for destruction was finally sated would it fade to nothing. But its evil spirit lived on, welling up from the underworld and taking the shape of its minions, the devil's droplets that would throw themselves into the fiery pits to summon up their master once more. From our ancestors knew that whenever those thrice damned things appeared, it was only a matter of time before the blue beast rose again, until a younger miner from the village made a discovery that would change our fate forever. He found a strange pale ore in Yoakawa canyon that seemed to drive the droplets away, a stone in each pit, and that was why we, and that was the last we ever saw of the beast. Thought it was the last we ever would see of it, but then you decided to get it into your stupid head to go paddling about in the pool of hellfire and run away with the only thing that was keeping us safe. You go put those stones back where you found them this instant, and I'll think about sparing you the lash. Oh, God, my poor heart. If they were so important, she could have. told me about them before. Well, better late than never, I suppose. After hearing all that, you thinking what I'm thinking? They have to be. And the stones we found must be the same ones the miner threw in the pits to keep them away. We only started seeing the blue blobs a few years back, right around when the ceruleum drilling business took off. Maybe that's what summoned them from underground. The sound of the drills stirring their master from its slumber. They need to throw themselves in burning ceruleum to summon their master, and with the stones keeping them away from the maw, they're searching for it elsewhere. That explains why we've seen them around the wells and the plant. They're following the scent of ceruleum like we thought, and as soon as they find a blue flame like the flare stacks on top of the rigs, or the tools of the engineers surfacing the processing plant, they'll summon up their evil master once more. They'll summon up their master once more. We need to get those stones back in the pits and fast. Okay, so this should be the last one. First things first, we need to get these. Okay. I have a feeling that they're probably going to be coming. I'm probably going to have to fight these things. Probably that their master, quote unquote, whatever that is. Came back just in time. I found one being attacked by those three of those things, but they ran off as soon as I arrived. Must have been the stone in my pocket. They're getting bolder. However, we need to go away with them before they can hunt anyone else. You go after them, I'll go. Alright, so that should be the end of this quest line. And then there should be a combined quest, I think. You got them? Oh, thank you, Halabali. Yes, thank you, both of you. You saved my life. I was done with Kayame's delivery, so I thought I'd take a look around the mall myself, see if I could find what was keeping the blue blobs away. Turned out my answer was nothing. I fought them off as best I could, but it was 3 against 1. If it weren't for you, I'd be a dead man. You're wrong. The only reason they attacked you is because of us, because of me. I need more coffee. That's how it is. Old stones and old magic. Yes, the stones were the only thing keeping them from the pits. I'm sorry. You weren't to know, but now we do. The question is, what are we going to do about it? We know the blobs are attracted to the burning ceruleum, and we know they're dangerous. But we also know that they won't go anywhere near the kind of stones you and Halabali found in the pits. That to me adds up to a plan, providing we can get our hands on more of them. Grammy said the stones were mined from Yoakawa Canyon. If there are any more in there, we can dig them out and place them around the town as a barrier to the blobs. All right, you head down to the canyon and see what you can find. I'll keep covering your deliveries till you get back. Luck be with you. So is that the end, or is this the next stop? The canyon. If we find the seam of this stuff, we can finally keep our people safe. Speaking of, I hope you don't mind coming. Oh, okay, fine. Oh no, okay. So that was the end of the quest line. It's just now it's the combined quest. Okay. Oh, there you are. Ready to go? It's south of town near the. Remember, we're looking for more of that stone. If we found this, let's understand. All right, let's head out. Probably gonna have to fight someone. Bum 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 bum. The warding stones were a lot paler and more crystalline than the rest of the rock around here. Let's split up and give me a shout if you find anything that looks like the stuff you found in the pits. Okay. Ah, there's the fucking thing. Oh, there it is. Oh, fun! An 80. Sorry, a 90. I haven't gotten one of these in a while. It's also the most pain one. Of these three, yeah. At least the final boss. The other bosses are pretty easy, but the final boss just kill me.
Come, mortals, make your way through our watery sanctum.
Oh, and I'm a red mage, so I need to be ready to res people.
Let us see how you fare against my servants.
Especially with no summoners on the group.
be expected for they who vanquished my pupil Beauregard. It shall be my pleasure to welcome you personally. I have looked forward to this moment, children of man. The scholar shall measure your depth of knowledge.
This is done.
The rivers rage at my behest. Not all knowledge is wisdom. At what answer will you arrive, I wonder?
I didn't realize which way he was facing. I thought he was facing the other way. Okay, please. Dragoon?
Of ignorance be cleansed.
That's...
Join me in deepest knowledge.
We were clearly separated, and then that fucking Dragoon...
Let flow the waters of your mind. Seek new perspectives, and you shall find new paths. Small wonder the others have exalted so. O waters purifying, reveal their nature. Tis time for a test. Share with me your ruminations. Not all answers can be obtained through might.
Which way is he facing? Yeah, he's facing that way.
Prove to me in one another. Well done, wise children. Well done.
Okay. Greed
Smooth sailing
and
so far, I see.
greed.
Come then, mortals. Have you got the stones to face the navigator? Come on, don't keep me waiting.
I still think it's kind of funny that they did 4 in the first one, 5 in the next one, and then this one we only get 3. But then there's obviously the combined version. I don't know. I think that's just weird to me. I don't know.
I'll teach you the ways of navigation. Mine are the waves and the winds.
Getting this one.
Can you contend with she who rules the tides? I trust the very rise above the white caps. Ah, he's a little one. Like the stormy seas, I'm a harsh mistress. Cut it out, you. I trust you don't mind if they play you. Come, Pericles, Valios. Join us in the excitement. Dance upon the waves.
Oh fuck.
That's the way, my clever serpents.
Oh, whoops. Went to the wrong side.
Swim free, my pet.
Oh. That is true. Yeah, so much water. All of the water.
Bloody brilliant you are. To defeat Horizons, you must come together as one. It falls
I just
to you
realized that I
now
haven't been
to
eating.
navigate the seas ahead.
After all this time, it feels strange calling to you thus. Thank you for making it this far. Not long now, till our journey together must end.
At least he's still alive, unlike the rest of them.
I am the last.
I feel so bad for people who chose the others because they don't get to have their specific one around.
Stronger are they who roam. Stand firm amidst the storm. You must persevere.
He keeps running. So much can't.
Wind, guide my arrow.
Really? Now? You're doing this now.
Your prayers have given us strength. By fighting you, that strength shall be returned to the stars. Come! Grant us our heart's desire. Say not your sense.
Why can't I? Dang it. I was almost to it.
Those who hesitate are lost. Behold the wondrous arrow. I'm glad that it was you who came to us. Here our journey ends. Blessings be upon you on the road ahead. May the wind ever be at your back.
Whoops. Thank you.
Yes. Mankind has indeed grown strong. The sweet soul of parting. I beg you, stay the course to the end.
Greed and greed. Here's what the maiming set looks like. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool.
You're back. The Omphilus. It's suddenly transformed. Servants? What's the meaning of this? Those ones, I leave to you. Seems we're being summoned. Go, my friend. I will stay here with the others.
Final boss. Here we go. The fun one. Okay. The one that does every single mechanic from every single fucking boss. Yeah, the music is pretty good. Bum ba dum ba dum. Just a little bit more, and then we're max level for Red Mage. spot. Oops, hit the wrong button. Oh, whoops. I can't see. Fuck. Where'd my mouse go? There we go. And there we go. Level 100 as all of my casters. Ba ba da ba 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 da. Need that. Read that. Read that. Read that. Need that one. Read that one. Read that one. Alright, let's see if we get the minion. That's the most important one. Based on the fact that it's a 95, hopefully. Please? Whee! Boom. Yes, got the minion. Okay. And this is the one I want. This is the one that we... Ah. The scroll would have been nice, but I guess we didn't get the scroll. Alright, there we go. Alright. Oh, whoops. Let's switch to Sage. So we can actually get some gear. So the levels are actually going there. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, this one was done a lot back in the day, so, yeah. Like, and by back in the day, I mean, like, a few months ago. So, and it's still being run a lot, I think. So, it wouldn't be surprising. What do you say? Ah, the wings, the most, I need to get those. Ugh. So now we just need to get the healers and the tanks up to max. And I'm now realizing if I want to do ranked matches, that's probably going to be not, I don't know, we'll see. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, I did. Only one line again. Yeah. You know, there's so many. There's so much stuff that you can get from the gold or the silver one. And you just never get them. You just never get them. I mean, if you get a 3-liner and you end up getting all of the gold ones, then at least you'd be able to get more silvers if you didn't get all of the silvers. But there's so much for silver, there's so much for gold, and yet hardly anything for bronze. Does anything require? No. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. This in time. Sorry to keep you waiting, folks. I'm Tabazenza, man in charge of cerulean operations around these parts. I understand you have a proposition for me. Yes, sir, we do. It's about the beast that have been prowling around the plants. You're sure these stones really do ward the blue blobs away? How do we know the old legends you're basing everything on isn't just an idle talk? They do, sir. I'm sure of it. 3 of the things had me cornered till Kayamene showed up holding one of those stones. They were afraid, and not of her. There's no doubt in my mind that if we can mine more of this stuff and scatter it around the cerulean works, just like her ancestors did with the Maw, we can keep the whole operation safe. If there's any operation left to keep safe, we're already deep with the banks for the new rigs and the plant refit. Until production ramps up, where am I going to get the gill to open up a whole new dig site? I believe that's where I come in. I'm sorry, you are? Zetakawa. Moneylender by trade, working out of Tawi. Your colleagues told me of the difficulties they've been having with these blue blobs. While they've only been sighted around Springs thus far, I am of the firm belief that they could soon pose a threat to all Shalom. After all, these creatures are attracted to the scent of burning ceruleum. It isn't only your wells that are in danger, it's the station too could soon find itself under attack. Indeed, I confirmed with one of my clients who works with the railroad that creatures fitting the description have given him. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! The Omegas! Alright. We got everybody? We good? Cool. Fuck. Forgot about that. Dagnabbit. At least the other tank was able to. We need to destroy him first, and then we need to interrupt her. That's right. Now I remember. Where's my interrupt? Where's my interrupt? No, we don't. I'm losing it. We just need to stop her. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. There we go. That's done. All right. Just let's get this quest done. Skip through a majority of this cutscene because we already saw it. Blah 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 blah. I believe that's where I come out. Shaloni. After all, these creatures are attracted to the sound of burning ceruleum. It's only it isn't only your wells are under injury. Indeed, I confirmed with one of my clients who works on the railroad the creatures fitting the description. I gave him been sighted along the tracks, so you see that I have a personal stake in this. I would be more than willing to lend you whatever funds you need to put your colleague's plan into action, and on terms that you don't interfere, on the terms that don't interfere with the daily runnings of your company. Naturally, lest you forget, 2 of your workers have already been attacked. I'm ensuring the survival of your company is your primary concern. As I agree it must be, I urge you to act now. Please, sir, I don't want to lose my life or my job. So that is so it's the end of the 2 blue quest lines after in Shaloni. So it's the ones. So it's specifically the one where you deal with the moneylender, and then you have to deal with the stuff about the cerulean beasts, basically. Basically, she gets attacked by a whole bunch of blue guys, and then yeah. How much do I pay you, Karimene? It clearly isn't anywhere near enough. I ask you drive your wagon for us, and you come all the way with a plan to save this whole damn wilds. Offer accepted. Let's get those bones out of the ground and keep our people safe. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. Listen, Karimene, you're off portering duties. I'm putting you in charge of this project. Mr. Zitikwa, if you wouldn't mind stepping inside my office for a moment, we could discuss the terms of the loan. Yeah, I'd like to get all of the side quests done, just so that I can say that I've done them and understand exactly what's going on. And then, if need be, I can actually look back at a lot of different quests and see what is actually helpful and what isn't. I should probably join them, but before I do, I want to thank you again. If it weren't for you, that's what happened. There's still a lot of dangers out there in the wild. But yeah, that is every single Shaloni quest done. Not a single one left. So, yay. Now we go up to... Ooh, wrong thing. Now we go to Heritage Found. So there's not too many quests here, so I don't think that it's probably going to be too long of a mission to get these done. Alright, we're going to switch to Sage, though. Let's see here. Veteran Hunter. Hello. Rough place for a stroll, ain't it? I'm impressed you made it all out this far. If only my trainee had the same grit. The plan was to go on a hunt together, but I haven't seen hide nor hair of her all day. I reckon the lightning's got her scared stiff. We're supposed to meet here, so I'd rather not step away if I can help it. Could you swing through the outskirts and look for a fresh-faced hunter quick in their boots? Can I help? Yes. My mentor asked you to come find me. Oh no. Well, I'm not proud to admit, but that lightning is making me weak in the knees, and not in a good way. I need to cheer her. Let's go ahead and collect these quests. I know that one of these is the continuation of the blue quest, which I believe is this one. Alright, how about it? Time to get started. Or, I suppose I've already started, but you know what I mean. First things first, we should have you take a look at the field and see if you can spot anything that strikes you as unusual. You go ahead and make ready, Shaw. As Coinkeeper, it would be remiss to overlook the matter of Halabali's payment before she leaves. I'll send her along shortly. Okay then, meet me in the bridge roof. It's ready. So I wasn't entirely honest just now. You will of course be paid for your services, but there's something else I wanted to discuss. I have a personal favor to ask of you. It concerns Shallow. She was born after the land's fusion, you see, and her parents, well, none of us can remember them. The townsfolk have all done their best to look after her, but I suspect she may struggle with things she doesn't feel she can talk to us about. Her resignment by the government, for instance. For an outsider like you, however, I suspect she may be willing to open up. Perhaps you could find a quiet moment during your investigation to talk to her. Thank you, Halava. Your help is much appreciated on both accounts. Of course, now run along and don't forget to meet up with her at the Southern Bridge. Is this inside? I think it's inside, actually. I keep thinking that the buildings don't have insides, which they do. They just doesn't happen too often. I'm not sure. I should probably explain. I'm trying to plan my dinner tonight, but for the life of me, I can't decide what to make. It wouldn't be too much trouble. I promise you. Go to Hollow and speak with Shish. He's bound to have a few small offerings. Okay. Ooh, die, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Hey, you, I know you. You're toward farms with Her Majesty, right? How about something a little bit more hands-on? I've been assigned the role of cleaner, and one of my duties is to here. I've marked a few areas in the treatment on your map. Take this extra strength dude. Okay, cool. Do 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 do. Do we know when the 7.21 or whatever it is coming out? Because I know because that's when the frickin' crafter stuff starts, right? So I think that should be soon, but I just haven't seen any information on that. I know that 7.25 comes out in May. So. Okay. Food storage facility, by converting lightning energy into ice, we create a refrigerator. Oh! That's cool. Ah, that's where I need to go. After lightning energy is absorbed to the electric transfer, it's transmitted to the power converter. Its function is to stabilize and distribute appropriate levels of energy to each household and facility. You look lost? Are you more of a visual learner? Let's play a visit to the partition, the water tank on the north side of town. Okay. Dum bum bum bum. Right, so after lightning energy is allocated to the residential grid, it's utilized in a variety of ways, one of which is that tank there. Normally it's a receptacle for filtering rainwater by using electro to convert the lightning energy into fire. However, we can have hot water ready and available at any time. Amazing, isn't it? Lastly, let's go and have a look at the control tower just up the stairs. Alright. These fields enable us to freely adjust each of the public individual utilities individually. The utility manager monitors the operational status of each facility, keeping an eye out for any problems. Not a glamorous job, but it's important work. Well, that should about cover it. Let's loop back around to the Electro, shall we? So, I've heard a lot of people basically saying that they want a frickin' a whatchamadoodle, a regulator. And part of me is thinking, well, that could work. I think it would make sense if it is also something that can, like, while it could be a headpiece, like that, of course, that makes some sense. It could also, I think that if it is a headpiece, that's kind of limiting. I think the facewear would make some sense, but I don't know. But facewear seem to be mostly masks and glasses, so. Cheer. Ba-ba-da-bum, bum, bum. got this! Alright, let's turn this one in, and then we'll head back over to here and get that done. Keep it back. What did we just get? Fruit and aloe jelly. I was kind of hoping for matcha ice cream, but yeah. All right. Aren't you the guest that was touring the farm with Queen Fiend? Is there something I can assist you with? Yeah, this is definitely before Queen Sheen is dead and then got resurrected by Madman. By no shortage of that. This time of year is a glass gem corn, Torelli pumpkins, and sweet potatoes. Take a pick. Let's go with glass gem corn. Because why not? We all know we gotta serve the corn servant. Alright, let's turn these quests in and then we'll take care of this. Cool. There we go. Alright, so that is this area done. For the most part, just have the longer quest. There you are. Auntie really talked your ear off, didn't she? Well, I'll spare you my idle chit-chat. You walked the fields with Her Majesty, right? What's your first impression? Be honest, I don't hold back. First impressions, it's so dreary. Location seems less than ideal. How's anyone farm in this weather? Yeah, I think I'll say that. Oh, I didn't realize that was an issue. But now that I think of it, this place used to get a lot more sunlight in the past. That's why it's called Yassilani, right? Where the clouds dry in the Shitona tongue. It's only thanks to electro technology that the farm has survived this long. Specifically, those pillars at the center of each field. They're a true godsend, converting lightning energy into not just water, but also fire to stave off the cold, and earth to replenish the soil. They were the first thing I thought to check, but they're perfectly functional. So you have a point. This isn't exactly prime farmland. Maybe there's an underlying problem with the soil that can't be mitigated with our tech. In that case, I say we roll up our sleeves and examine the field more closely. I'll take the east side, so the west is all yours. Sound good? Sure. Great, if you spot anything out of the ordinary, just give us a shout. Likewise, if I find anything, you'll be... Oh, yeah, cool. Woo! You know, I'm kind of wondering. So, Sphene knew about Kafkiwa and and Oblivion. In fact, it seems pretty obvious that she was like telling us to go to them before. So it makes me wonder if she always knew had like some underlying idea that her true self was locked away and that she needed to be stopped, but she didn't, and like maybe that was I don't know something to think about. Over here, my sound. Won't be. There it is. Sounds to me like as though it's coming from deep underground. I'm impressed you caught it with those little ears of yours. So should we start digging? So that makes me wonder if like if I were a Shatona or not if she would react differently if say I were a Vera. Hmm. You know, this soil feels a little too. What is that smell? Mushrooms? I found something. It's a box and some sort of measurement device? That's enough crackling, you? Let's see what's inside this box. Paper, someone's report. It looks like. What's written here? To Solochi from Japan. Concerns about toxic X-ray infestation. Yupye. The Yupye? How does the farm founder know my name? And why would they pen me a letter? I write to you regarding my concerns for the future of the farm as well as their potential solutions. The farm survives by the mercy of its technology support, but if the same crops are planted again and again over a sustained period of time, there's a chance the yield will weaken. I don't believe it. That's precisely the problem we're having. This is brilliant discovery, Hellboy. I need to sit down and read everything. What's written here? Will you go and tell on? How much you want to bet that's her parents? One of her parents, and that's why they. Yeah. See, this is probably going to be more proof as to why the regulators are so fucking bad. Because they're just, yeah, they make you forget about people, and then these people who know what to do, their information is lost because you're forgetting about the person. Wow, welcome back to that. The gleam in your eye tells me there's been progress. Where's Phil? Letter with her name on it, buried in a box in the field. Her eyes must have glued to the page even now. I wish I could offer you more details about it, but those memories must have been taken to the cloud. I'm sure it must seem very strange to you that we forget the dead. Even we struggled to come to terms with it at first. But we all come to the same conclusion. For the Tirali citizens to make a life for ourselves out here, we would have to wear the regulators, all of us, even baby Shallow. At any rate, what matters is that you've managed to find the lead. Carry on with the investigation, dear, and do let me know how it goes. Oh, this is going to be the end of this. Shallow said she wanted to sit down and read, did she? In that case, I suspect she's at the control tower right about now. It's the facility. Cool. As for why she's so taken with the tower, I couldn't tell you. Anyway, I'll mark it on your map. Go check for her. Yep. Oh, hello, Halba. Perfect timing, actually. I just finished reading over the report. Turns out there was a Shitone woman. Yep. Apparently she's also, your mother? We'll get to that later. More importantly, this report details the major problems she foresaw impacting the farms decades down the line, which is to say, right about now. It says here she buried this microbial colony counter with her findings, so that the moment this particular problem started to manifest in the field, the alarm would sound and draw someone's attention. Now I wanted to ask, have you ever seen been to Yasalani Station? The report has suggested the solution to our problem, but requires a special device she apparently left all the way over at the station. Before you say anything, don't worry, I won't be running headfirst into danger on my own again. That's assuming, of course, you would accompany me there. Thanks, Halawali. Make whatever preparations you need. Meet me at the Halo. I'll be waiting. Do I need to walk with her over to the Shaloni station? Or is she just gonna be there? No, she's just... Okay. She's probably gonna walk over there pretty fast then. So, one second. So, we're pretty sure that the new beast tribe is going to probably be here. Well, set, excellent. So, about the problem with the farm, according to the report, the cause of the declining harvest is an infestation of X-rays, an exotic slime mold. With the electro pillars fertilizing the soil, everything in the ground stands to benefit, good or bad. That's why the farm hands weed the field so aggressively. But by hiding out of sight under the topsoil, the X-rays had free reign to draw vital nutrients away from the crops. The more they multiply, the smaller our yields. In short, if we're to save the crops, we'll need to exterminate the X-rays. And to do that, we'll need a device that's stored in the station. Are you with me? Yep. What I don't understand is why you would store the report and the devices in two separate locations. Wouldn't it have been easier to put them both in the box? Oh well. No point in wondering, I suppose. Shall we be off then? Probably something along the lines of, hey, I want to talk to you. But that's my guess. That's an interesting fact. So, most of them only have 2 locations, except for now Cosmoca has 3, and these guys have 3. Here we are at Shipshan, where the stones howl. The reports claim that both she and Auntie used to live here. Then the land changed so drastically that the entire village was all but flung into danger. That's when Queen's Fiend turned up. After some discussion, it was decided that the villagers would take refuge in Everkeep. While most were content to stay there, some grew to miss the feel of nature beneath their feet, so they decided to resettle on the outskirts. Auntie and the others could be living the high life in Solution 9 right now, if they wanted, but instead they remain loyal to the land. That dusty old town means the world to me, Halabali. I originally took on the role of engineer so I could help make the life easier for everyone. If I'm going to be responsible for the farm, then it's up to me to solve its problems, whatever they may be. The station's coming up now, just over the hill to the southeast. I'm not in a hurry to cross the finish line, though. The slow and steady wins the race just as well. Seems a downright waste to me. With such little elbow grease, these houses could be good as new, but I suppose it's far from the safety of Everkeep. You know, that reminds me. Apparently the Tonawatan and Shitona used to be sworn enemies. Can you believe it? But then some king, Galul something or other, made a rift between the two peoples, and they came to share a line peaceably. This all happened before Auntie was born. So who knows how many decades ago that was. 80? Approximately. I mean, granted, it's like more like, I don't even know. Oh. Bum 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 boom boom. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. There we go. Alright, let's see what you have to say here. Discuss Everkeep. Why discuss Everkeep? We've come quite a ways now. Look at the view of Everkeep. When I was little, I attended school there with the other kids from the outskirts. That's where I learned all I needed to work with as an electrical engineer. Yupia wrote her report that she once took those same classes. She said the mysterious machines were a new frontier she couldn't help but want to explore. Then she used the knowledge she'd gained from her formal education to build up Yupia's halo. Curious as she was about technology, it seems nature was her true passion. When I think about the love and care that went into the halo, I'm not sure I have any business taking charge of it. We're nearly there now. Let's hurry and secure Yupia's device. Are we gonna also hear about your father, or I mean, Grad with Shitona? Yeah. Discuss the railway. Truly a sight to behold, isn't it? I hope someday I can get to see one of those huge train things running on it, like in the old days. I always had my suspicions, but now that I'm seeing it in person, I think I've actually been here before, back when I was younger. All my life I thought it was just a silly dream I had. I remember walking along the tracks hand in hand with some grown-up while they talked to me about the station and the lands beyond. Now I think about it, I might know who it was. I'm kind of wondering if like memories can come back of people. Like technically they went to the cloud or whatever, but something to think about. Okay. Here we are, Yasalani Station, quite the trek. Before the land fused, people flocked here in droves, but these days, well, no need to state the obvious, I suppose. Now to retrieve Yipye's device, I think she said it was in the building here. Storage cupboard, bottom shelf, at the very back. Ah! Here we are. Apparently this special transformer has already been attuned to the farm's pillars. It should force the X-rays out into the open. Do you remember what I told you before about how the pillars convert the power of lightning into nutrients to help the soil, and the X-rays in turn steal those nutrients for themselves? This device will halt the conversion, funneling a massive energy current straight into the ground. In one fell swoop, the beasts will be deprived of their food source and given a nasty shock besides. To escape the shocks, they'll have no choice but to form fruiting bodies and burrow to the surface. That's when we strike, or at least that's what Yupie's plan was anyways. Isn't she incredible? She realized that our soil was at risk, attracting fungi, so she planned out a detailed countermeasure decades in advance. I can scarcely believe someone as middling as me could have a mother so brilliant. How long have you known? No shit, Sherlock, is what I would have said. There was no... I found some sort of official document together with the rest of the report. It states that upon Yupie's death, her daughter was to be given full control of the farms once she reached adulthood. Now I've come of age, and I've been put in charge of the farm. What else am I to think? But that she must be my mother. Feels like something from a storybook, the tale of a humble villager who was in truth a descendant of a great hero. But Yupie is no work of fiction. She was real, and she walked these lands as I do now. When I was first reassigned to Yupie's Halo, I thought there must have been some mistake. Why me, when there were surely countless others more capable? Still, I haven't found my answer yet. But if one thing's for certain, it's this. I won't let her legacy wither and die on my watch. But at least now we've got a tentative solution for the farm's X-rays infestation. Let's head back to the outskirts and set about putting Yupie's plan into motion. You know something? I think I've come to understand why she hid the device all the way out here. I think maybe, now that I'm a woman grown, she wanted me to see what's become of the life we once had. Just a theory, though. Mind. I wonder if there's going to be a combined quest. I don't think there would be. We'll have to see. Alright. After a long walk, I'm sure you're tired as I am. We'll enact our extermination plan as soon enough, but for now, let's both take a moment to rest. And thanks for walking with me. I'll see you when I get back. Oh, I guess there is more. Oh, an orchestron roll. Perfect timing, Halabali. I just finished explaining everything to Auntie here. You know, I always wondered why the government would reassign you as home. I never imagined you were the founder's daughter. Honestly, I think they would have been better served choosing someone who was there from the beginning, someone like you, Auntie. I don't even remember my mother, and yet it's because of her that I was promoted to head of the Halo. I may not be qualified to solve all of the farm's problems, but I can at least solve this one. Hello, Bali. It's about time we evicted those unwanted tenants. Once you're ready to get your hands dirty, meet me at the control tower. There's one last thing we need. Okay. Oh, for heaven's sake. Here I thought she was worried over something serious. If anything, we're relieved that a local was chosen for the role. Sure, it may be inexperienced, but we all know she's got a good head on her shoulders. She'll grow into it at time. I understand this whole ordeal has been a lot of trouble, Holly, but I want you to know how much I appreciate your help. Now, I hope you'll forgive a little worrying on my part, but you do realize X-rays are essentially mushroom monsters, yes? They're more troublesome than they look. So please be careful. Yeah, I had a feeling I was probably going to fight them, but I wasn't 100% certain. I almost thought that they were going to be just done. Okay. There you are. Are you ready, Hellbelly? As soon as I integrate this transfer armor into the control tower circuitry, those electro pillars are going to be sending lightning straight into the ground. Your job will be to survey the eastern and western fields and stamp out any fungal beings that sprout up. Cool. Let's go kill these bastards. See, this is the advantage of having quests that are that sync with you. This way, it's not gonna kick my ass. Considering the fact that I'm playing as a 90. Well, 92, I should say. Alright. Destination. Testing, Hellbelly, can you hear me? The transformer is connected and on standby. As soon as I activate, the X-rays are going to come crawling up full speed. There's no telling how many we ought to expect, so be on your guard. Alright. These three are dead. More? Nope. Okay, cool. I was kind of expecting it to be like a massive group. How'd it go out there? Are you hurt? Any... Bum 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 bum. Alright, let's turn this in. And get ourselves that orchestrant. No, she's over here. I was not expecting her to be there. But okay. Alright, I really owe you one, Holobali. With any luck, the X-rays should be all well and truly exterminated. There's now the matter of changing the soil of course, and taking measures to prevent future infestations. But thanks to you, the Halo is on the road to recovery. Sheila, dear, do you still have misgivings about your reassignment? None of us are upset by the idea that you're taking charge of the Halo. The only thing that matters is how you feel about taking up the position. If it isn't the life you want, it's not too late to change your mind, you know. Thanks, Auntie. I think I'll be just fine. It's always been my dream to come back to the community that raised me. The way I see it, I've just been given a more direct opportunity to do so. I only need a little time to come to terms with that's all. When I was walking to Yasalani Station with Hullabelly, I remembered that I used to make the same trip with someone else. Yep, yeah, probably. I think she used to tell me stories about of her homeland. She built this farm so that our people could survive in the outskirts, but I don't think that was ever her dream. Deep down, I think what she wanted more than anything was to rebuild Tashpiani and the station. That's a dream I'd like to see realized, and it can't be done if I'm content to stay here in the outskirts. I don't know for sure what my next steps will be, but I have a lot of ideas. Oh dear, should the coin keeper be concerned, I wonder? Now then, Hullabelly, if it weren't for you, we may have never gotten to the bottom of this mystery. At the risk of repeating myself, thank you for helping and caring. You've helped us more than you'll ever know. And I actually really enjoyed our little trip to the station. Next time I have business out there, you'd better clear your schedule. Nice. So yeah, definitely take. Oh, this is a. So that's probably one of the most important quest lines. Because it gives you an orchestral roll. So what is this? Desert Walkers orchestral roll. I'll need to check that later because I'm not certain which one that is. Which one that would be? I'm assuming it's probably the one for the area here, but I don't know. Alright. Where's Tony? Oh, you're gonna give me a ring. How nice. Hey, you're the one who's looking for Galulja. Would you say you're good at finding things, generally speaking? In that case, you might do well as a reforger. Our job is to hunt for things that can be repurposed. Care to give it a try? Take a look around the ruins to the south, and you find anything of value, I'll see you duly compensated. I'm terrified. Oh! I'm actually kind of terrified of what I might find. Place your bets on what's actually here. I don't want to know. Mountain of debris. How much you want to bet there's a doll somewhere of, like, Freya or something? You dig through the mountain of debris and find shapeless planks of wood and non-functioning electrope. Okay. There it is. Broken street lamp. You examine a broken street lamp, but it's already been harvested for parts. Evidently, someone has been here, but being used the punch. Well, I mean, it's been years, right? So. As you patiently comb through the enshrouded wreckage, gleam catches your eye, and you pull up a silver necklace. It's unlike you will find anything more value here. Silver necklace, huh? A silver necklace, huh? I'm not dealing with this right now because I'm gonna die if I deal with that. Do 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 do. Okay. Silver necklace. A silver necklace with a pendant. Yeah. I wonder what that is about. Speaking of which, if you haven't seen the necklace that is supposed to be like Garnet's necklace, it's so tiny and it's so expensive, and it's just like, why? Why are you so expensive and so tiny? You're supposed to be massive, about the size of a fist, maybe bigger. It's probably made out of plastic. See that engraving? That's the exact. And just look at the shape. How old is this thing? Must have belonged to someone who lived in the old city generations ago. In any case, the impressive find, especially for your first try. You, my friend, would make an excellent reforger. Here, take this for payment. Job well done. It's not like I'll actually be able to use this for a while, though. Alright. 2 more quests? Probably? Maybe more? Maybe 3? Maybe 4? I don't know. We'll see. But it's the last area, so. The area that we spent, like, the least amount of time in. Makes me wonder if we are actually going to be dealing more with, like, I don't know, the original location of Alexander's, of where Alexander was. I don't know. We're still waiting on some information about their Alexander. Cinnabar. Ah, excellent. Just what I needed. Someone who looks like they know how to kill things. On your way here, did you happen to notice a dense pocket of lightning energy scattered around? These areas have a tendency to attract swarms of monsters. Normally, we'd have a hunter clear them out, but given they're short-handed, I should like to hire you for the task instead. The most infested areas are the northwest and the south. Oh, and a word of warning, try not to fall in. The tingle is most unpleasant. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, they have them. Oh, hello there. You're an adventurer, right? Can I interest you in a job? We're supposed to send out a shipment of Electrum today, but the courier in charge appears to be taking her sweet time. If our shipment falls behind schedule, it will bring Everkeep's factories to a screeching halt. I have to stay and handle things here, so could you go and tell the courier she has a job to do, please? Given her obsession with technology, like is not, you'll find her where there's a clear view of a bucket elevator. She may not hear you approach, so give her a poke if you need to. Bum ba dum bum bum. Oh, cool! Look out. Oh, what a beauty. Yup. Hey, get to work. Ah, can I help you? Get to work. Get to work, get to work, get to work, work. Get to work, work. You hear about the delivery? Oh god, the delivery. I was so captured by watching the elevator that I must have lost track again. I never get sick of seeing it in action. The hover cargo we use is great and all, but I mean, it can't possibly compare to the sheer scale of. Stop getting distracted. God, no, I can't start rambling now. Sorry, but I better get back to work. Yes, you better. You're already in trouble. I'm curious how deep you can go. That's how deep you can go. Okay. Alright, let's go deal with this. Some monsters to kill. Bum 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 bum. Level checker. I'm honestly so thrilled to actually have this mount. It's so dumb, but I love it. Bum ba bum bum bum. Alright. Turn in these two, and then that should be the end. The end. Boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bada bida bada boo. Yes. Yeah. Alright. To solution 9. In fact, actually, let's just teleport into there. Because, why not? And then we go find all the quests. I think we'll start down here, get these 4 quests, and then move around. Information Center. Bum ba-dum 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 bum. Bum 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 ba-dum. Bum 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 bum. Wake up, Mr. Robot, please wake up. I'm sorry about my son. As you can see, he's completely devastated. His favorite park warden has malfunctioned. Someone must have put this unit out of action during the raid. No doubt it tried to turn its weapons on the very people it once kept safe. As an engineer, I'd like to see the automation restored, but military-grade components are tough to come by. Come to think of it, there's a junk shop on TrueView that may well stock the necessary parts, although less said about how they source their inventory, the better. I could go myself, but given my line of work, I'd rather not take the risk. Would you be willing to go in my stead? My son would be thrilled if we can get this unit back up and running, and I'll make sure it's worth your while. Here, this should cover the cost of the parts. Alright, so go to TrueView. Oh, is it in there? No, it's a different shop. Okay. You know what I would like to see? Not necessarily. I don't know if it would be a resident or like an apartment, like a larger apartment than what you can get from the apartments here. I think that would be a reasonable thing to do. One for everybody. I don't know. That's my thought. Hey, miss, do you have a moment? My mom's gone missing. She's kind of careless and none too used to the city. I figured she'd gotten lost. Anyway, I need some help to look for her, which is where you come in. If you can spare the time, just let me know. Okay, so I'm assuming I have to stick with the kid. Yeah, you're the best. I wasn't making much headway since she stopped kids wandering around without an adult in tow. I think Ma would have headed back to the entrance of the city. I mean, I told her, if you get lost, make your way back to where you started. In other words, we need to head for scanning port 9. I'm sure we'll find her in no time. There she is, right? Please let her be it. Oh, they give me that. Oh, it is. Oh, never mind. I guess it's something else. Okay. She never told me that. According to her, I don't need any more energy, but she has a can practically every day. I bet it tastes incredible. Say, miss, why don't you buy one and, let me... I have no idea how these newfangled contraptions work. Are you sure it's the kind of thing she'll... I'm gonna say I have no idea. Anything amiss? Helping to track down this boy's mother, are you? I see. Good thing he ran into such a kindly sort. Ah, how about I give you this, unopened and bought just moments ago. A can of Gimme Bats Nuts or Zap. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? For me, really? Thank you. You're more than welcome. There's just one condition. Make sure you ask your mother's permission before you try. Game is an energy drink specialized formulated to keep your digestive system in tip-top shape. It's perfectly safe for youngsters to drink, so you needn't worry on that front. By the way, it might be worth your while dropping by Leander's shop in the information center. I hear he has a knack for remembering faces. I kind of wish that these were actually like shops that you could use. Like maybe it would be like something where you do a side quest and then you unlock them all, and then you can actually like purchase stuff. I don't know. That would be my thing. That would be what I would do. Not going there because I have a feeling that's let's talk this. Look, it's the Airwilder A9. That's the latest air gadget. The wheels turn into wings so you can fly off into the sky. It's amazing. The ones they use for fighting have a bunch of different weapons. Wing blades, shock cannons, all sorts. You can even get a little toy versions. I'd love to ride one someday, but the robot soldiers are pretty much the only ones allowed to apparently. Lucky machines. Do you think this is Leander? Oh, you're one of Her Majesty's esteemed guests. How might I assist you in the fine young companion? You're looking for this young man's mother, and you wish to know if I've spotted her. Well, I'm sure you can appreciate that we get a fair amount of foot traffic through here. Perhaps you could start by describing what she looks like? That might jog my memory. She's got long hair, and she's dressed in blue. What else? She has one of those... She makes those sweets you've got on the shelf behind you. Angel sticks? I believe those are manufactured in production facility on the 7th level. That's where your mother works. I'm sure you're already aware, but Everkeep is comprised of 12 levels, each fulfilling different purpose. There's sections for food production, machinery, manufacturing, and more sides. Oh, look at me getting sidetracked. I saw a woman matching your description headed towards the government sector a little while earlier. I dare say you'll catch her if you leave now. I don't remember thinking she looked rather unsettled, which makes sense in hindsight. Having heard your story, there's a civic advisory facility in the government sector. Perhaps she's heading there to inform them of the situation. Thank you for the information, mister. Ba-dum. Okay, good. We don't have to use the teleporter. All right. I don't think Ma would have used the lane node. They have these on the other levels too, but you need Queen Sphinx's permission to use them. We have to use the elevators instead. I guess you might, you do too, right? Huh? Her Majesty lets you use the lane nodes? Whoa, you must really be important. I mean, I am a emissary, basically. There she is. There she is. Oh, find my child! Yay! Right? Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Ma, you were headed for the government sector. We were about to go and look for you there. We? Who's your newfound friend of yours? She's been helping me look for you, Ma. Together, we figured out you were where you might be headed. I see. No doubt you've had your hands full with this one. Thank you for your patience and for being so thoughtful. As for you, young man, dashing around the city on your own like that, did you even think to stop and consider how worried I'd be? Honestly, Miss, before you showed up, I was starting to get scared. It was such a relief that when I spied you. Thank you so much for helping me find my ma. You got it, kiddo. Thanks again for everything you've done. It isn't much, but I couldn't let you wander off without giving you this. I hope you enjoy your time here in the city. Just don't get lost, like a certain young man and his mother. Ugh, fudge. You know, thinking about it, none of these are, yeah. All of this is actual food. So I don't know. I just think it's funny that there's like nothing specific that is like, I don't know, the electrical stuff that they have. I don't know. Alright. Hello, Wistful woman. Would you mind giving me a hand? I'm trying to find my ring. I think I must have lost it trying to escape during the attack. It's a plain band set with a black stone, nothing fancy, but it's important to me. We've had it in our family for generations. Before the raid, I was doing some shopping in the Nexus arcade, so I figured it's around here someplace. Thing is, there's too much ground to cover alone. Could I trouble you to search north of the arcade? You'd be doing me a huge favor. I'll keep looking around here. Let me know if you find anything. Okay, cool. Easy peasy. Ba ba da ba doo doo. I think I recognize you. You risked your life and limb to protect us when Zeralja and his forces attacked. I'm almost hesitant to bring it up, but I have a favor to ask. I'm an usher. I tend to citizens on the verge of death and collect the bodies of those whose soul supply has run dry. The other day, I was transporting the body of an elderly man to the processing facility. Ever since then, try as I might, I just can't shake the image of his face from my mind. What's worse is that I still don't know what drove me to do it. I stole one of his keepsakes, a tiny metal trinket. It's engraved with the name Taverntine, but I have no idea what purpose it served to begin with. I'm dying to know the story behind it, so I can I ask you to investigate? Ideally, I do this myself, but it's probably best I don't go around asking about the trinket I stole. Anyway, start in your search here. As I say, might be a good idea. The proprietor is something of a collector of mementos and knickknacks. See what she has to say. Welcome. What can I get you? So you're on a mission to find out the story behind this little trinket. Well, given its size, shape, and inscription, I'd say you've got yourself a bottle tag of sorts. The sort of thing you see at bars and the like, marking out which bottle belongs to who. Unfortunately for you, Everkeep is home to dozens of drinking establishments. Figuring out where the tag was being used may take some time. I might have spoken too soon. If you catch it in the right light, you can just make out what appears to be the tankard filled to the brim with pebbles on the back of the tag, which leaves only one possibility. This is from the bar called Neon Steam. They've been serving thirsty patrons on TrueView for years now. Could be worth a visit. Ah, you there. Have you seen a black cat nearby? She's wearing a red collar with a big bell attached. We got separated during the upheaval the other day, but I spotted her in the area not too long ago. I tried to tell her there was nothing to be afraid of now, but she didn't seem convinced. Sounds like you could use a hand. Are you sure? Oh, that would be wonderful. I sense something coming from the moment we met. I'm all but certain my little fuzzy wuzzy will take a liking to you. So what do you say? Can you count on you? Before you set off, there's something you should know. My little fuzzy wuzzy simply adores being chased. When you find her, be sure to play along and tire her out. She'll settle down soon enough. Anyway, I suggest you head for the plaza and take a look around. I'll go there in a sec then. Oh, that was nasty. Her. Then we go down here, talk to this. We're flying little cats. That's an accurate thing. Alright. No luck here, I'm afraid. Did you fare any better? Here you go. Alright, I think once we're done with the Solution 9 quest, so one of my scientists, the scientist had an engagement ring. The little black stone, that's raw electro ore. Apparently they snuck a small chunk out of the laboratory they were working at to use for the ring. Back then, electro ore was worth a small fortune. A gesture like that would have been a surefire way to anyone's heart, well, according to my mother at least. Of course, these days, electrope is more readily available, and without any circuits print on it, a gem like this is nothing more than a bit of lightning aspect rock. Still, every time I look at it, I can't help but wonder about my ancestors and the lives they led. I suppose I'll never find out whether the ring was enough to send sparks flying, or if they were led when all was said and done. Thanks again for your help, and try to be more careful I'll try to be more careful next time I'm fleeing murderous mechanical robots. Oh, jeez. Alright. Do. Bum 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 boo boo. Do 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 do. There's the little black cat. Black cat sporting a fishing red collar eyes you warily. This must be the missing cat you've been asked to track down. She seems to have identified you as a worthy playmate. You might be able to catch her if you tire her out. Holy cow. Speedy cat. Speedy cat. Wait, is that? No, that's a different hairstyle. Okay, it's that hairstyle. Runaway cat. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. Chase down. Almost there. Come on. Slow down just a little bit more. Gotcha. That was actually really fun. Runaway cat. We should do more of those. Not necessarily the cat thing, but like other animals and stuff, like where you have to chase them down. I think that was a good quest. It's not necessarily the best thing in the world, but it's fun. Bum bum bum. Yeah, it's just like this random side quest where you get to chase a little cat. How did you fare? Did you find her? Here you go. My little Fuzzy Wuzzy back at last. Oh, you must have given her quite the chase. She looks about ready for a catnap. Honestly, it's a relief to see her unharmed and healthy. I'm from Tyrol originally. But I was stranded here after the barrier went up. It was this little scamp's grandma that helped me through those dark days after I realized I'd been unable to return home. Indeed, I don't know where I'd be without my precious little Fuzzy Wuzzies. Thank you so much for your help. Cool. But yeah, it's just this little quest from that lady that, and she'll, yeah. It's not much, but kind of cute. A cute little quest. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Ethernet. We'll go here first, get these two done. Hello, Melancholy. We meet again. Do you know anything about this? Yep, this is one of our bottle tags. Don't recall any regulars who went by Taverntine, though, which implies their memories are no longer with us. Hold on a moment. Ah, here it is. This bottle's already been paid for, so go on. You have it. Just make sure you deliver the message that came with it, okay? Okay. Looking for sentry parts? You better have the coin. I reckon this will just about cover it. Not sure what you're planning, given recent events and all. But I've been paid. Nothing to be gained by prying, eh? Okay, we'll go back there in a bit. We just want to pick up these quests, finish that, and then, yeah. We'll finish up Solution 9. Which then means I pretty much have done not every side quest, obviously, because there's still these, but as well as I still at some point need to get all of the weapons. Oh, I need to talk to Melancholy again. Why do I need to talk to her again? Careworn cleaner. This person's tired. Oh, come to check up on me, have you? I appreciate your concern, as you can probably tell, I'm feeling a little out of sorts. Perhaps I could treat you? Oh no, there's no need for that. I have a condition, you see. It makes me numb and lethargic from time to time. Maybe a little rest won't put right, though. The trouble is, when I get like this, I'm in no state to work. I hate to presume. But would you be willing to lend a hand? I'm one of the cleaners in charge of Trueview. I was then getting ready to collect the last of the refuse sacks, call it a day when my condition flared up. I'd be ever so grateful if you could finish my rounds for me. Of course. We'll start at the end here and then work our way back. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Bum ba bum da da ba da ba bum. Bum ba da ba 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 da. All right. Of course there's thugs. Ah, there you are. These fellas have... Oh, our pal here is feeling under the weather. Can't finish his work, so he offers to pay us generously, I might add, to get the job done. In other words, I ain't got no need for the likes of you. Go on, piss off. Knock it off, douchebag. Let me get this straight. You're the one our old pal here's been asking to help? Ha, what a load of shite. Hold on a moment. This lass looks like she's seen her fair few scrapes. Wait, don't tell me they're a bloody hunter? Worse. A hunter? Sod this for luck. I'd rather keep me head. Phew. I dread to think what would have happened if you hadn't shown up. Ah, am I right to assume you finished collecting the refuse sacks for me? Yep, here you go. Excellent. I'll take care of these. I must say, refuse collection, civic protection. You're a woman of many talents. You have my gratitude. This sector isn't exactly safe in the city. Shakedowns, racketeering are unfortunately rather commonplace. Usually I try to leave as soon as I finish my rounds, but today my luck ran out and I had one of my turns. This condition is caused by sensitive... Oh, I kind of figured it might be, but yeah. I hear the worst affected are all but bound by paralysis. So perhaps I could count myself lucky that my symptoms are relatively mild. But enough of that. Thanks to you, I feel more or less back to my usual self. To think I'd run into someone as virtuous as you on Trueview. Alright. So we'll deal with this, then we'll deal with that, then we'll deal with this. Or whatever the order is. There's probably more to that order, but yeah. After a bottle of Alexandrian wine, are you? Afraid we don't have that here. Not the sort of thing the regulars go for. Heard it's perfectly drinkable though. White wine made right here in Everkeep, if you can believe it, anyway. Never had the cause to stock the stuff. How about trying the luck in the Nexus Arcade? Can get near enough anything there if you know who to ask. Okay. So we'll go there, take care of that. This will probably be like really quick. Is this? Yeah, this is something. This is a tarot reading. Do 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 do. Alright, so this will probably finish up. Will probably get me to 93. Did you get those hold of those parts? Yep, here you go. Much obliged. Right, let's see what I can do. Well, it's back up and running after a fashion. Shame about its communication matrix, though. I suppose there's only so much you can do. You can't achieve with a quick fix. At least it's standing up now. Come on, Mr. Robot, snap out of it. Do you have any ideas? If you're rousing more, a bit of gentle pat on the back sometimes. So I need to psych the unit up, huh? Yeah, you got this! Wake up! There we go. Okay, I think that that would probably change which emote you need to do. We sentries are here to maintain peace and order in this sector. Citizens are requested to report any suspicious persons or unidentified objects immediately. Please enjoy the park facilities at your leisure. Yay! Honestly, I'm surprised that worked. Precisely why it had such an effect bears further investigation. But for now, at least everything is as it should be. Still, it gives you pause for thought, doesn't it? For my son, that sentry is dependable, peacekeeping park warden. But in the wrong hands, it's a cohort tool of great evil. Sadly, Zeraldo's attack on the city proved that point all too well. I just hope that the unit we just fixed continues to keep the peace. It's a shame we can't even take that for granted anymore. Ba-da-ba-bum! And 93! Woo! Let's see if we can... Nope, no better gear. I'm sad. It was sad. Alright. Bum ba ba do do do. Alright. So we'll turn in this quest, then we'll talk to this person. And then that should be the end of it, I think. That should be the end of all of my side quests here in Solution 9. And then after that, that will be the end of today's stream. Did you find out the story behind that little trinket? Biotech, you say? And these were behind the bar? An unopened bottle and oh, what's this? This card's made up to me, but between your name day and your new job, there's much to celebrate. As I pen these words, no matter our circumstances, it is a solitary path we walk at the end. Know that it fills me with pride to see you tend to the dying with such patience and care. Of course, Taverntine, he was my father. That explains why his face haunted me so. Why in the world would they have these people taking care of their own dying relatives or dead relatives? Maybe it's like, that feels a bit fucked up to me. I don't know. Like having to take your, I don't know, because it sounds like sometimes it's fine, but just without any memories, that just feels odd. I don't know. To tell you the truth, ever since Zeraldo has raided on the city, the work I do has left me feeling empty. All these those bodies, all those lies I had to usher on their way. But knowing that my father was proud of me changes everything. Besides, being an usher, I was able to give him a send-off he deserved. I appreciate you for taking the time to do all this. I'm sure you don't have much to spare. I think I'm ready to find meaning in my work again. And for that, I have you to thank, just as much as my father. Farewell. Yeah. Oh, of course that's blocked. And that's blocked too. Invisible walls, what fun! Bum 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 ba da 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 do 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 do. Alright. Next is Arcade Shopkeep. Hello, here you go. Alexandrian wine, yes, we have several bottles in stock. I should warn you though, it comes at a premium. Here you go. Pleasure doing business with you here. Wait, why am I going here? Oh, because, that's right. Probably wasn't paying enough attention. Here you go. There you are. I've just about managed to gather up all his belongings. Any luck finding the wine? Appreciate you going to all that trouble. This was his favorite triple. Me and him, we came from completely different backgrounds, but none of that mattered. 30 years ago, I was going through a rough patch. Everything was changing right before my eyes, and he stuck with me through it all. Oh, this guy doesn't have one. There's one thing we didn't agree on, though. Regulators. He never gave up trying to make me wear one of those damn things. But when I die, I want to go naturally. You know? Back to the land and all that. In the end, getting killed over and over again during the attacks wills his soul stock down to 0. Look, if people want to keep wearing their regulators, I won't try and stop them, but it just isn't for me. As it stands, I'm pretty much the only one left who remembers the poor bastard. I may get the funeral rites wrong. I mean, I'm sure his kind have their way of doing things, but he'll have to make do. Anyway, I'm off to Heritage Found. Thanks again for helping me out. I owe you one. And there we go. That is every single side quest in Solution 9. It also means that there's only one side quest left. One! Well, one area, I should say. Yeah. Which, of course, is Living Memory. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing it right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and put myself in the area. But yeah, this is gonna be the last area of doing all the side quests. And there's 3. Just 3. Leaving this place for good. Lindblum, We Hardly Knew Ye. And Brotherly Bonds, No Barrier. Oh, I guess 4 actually. The Canals of History. So, yeah, just these 4 quests in this last area, and then we're done. But that is where we're going to go ahead and call the stream for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I have been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!